Hello, Julian. Game is fine. Um, it's perfectly fine. I'm not really new to it, so I do have a second account that I play on as well. But the bugs are a little bad at the moment. Besides that, good mechanics. The overall gameplay is fine. It's one of the better fishing games, and especially for being free. That's the big thing, is it is free. So, do you play as well? I've thought about trying the mobile, but I don't play games on my phone often, and I'm not a huge fan of playing with my thumbs on the screen, so I do just stick to PlayStation for now. But that's cool. I've heard very good things about the mobile gameplay, so eaten or lost, okay. But yes, I've heard very good things about the mobile gameplay. I've heard it's very, very similar to the PlayStation. What level are you? Yeah, some people don't. Yeah, any way you can play. I mean, that's fine no matter what. Oh, you're almost 85? So are you at Kaiji right now? Or are you still grinding in the Congo? Just so you can get some better gear? I just had one swim off. The trophy marlins, yeah, they really fight. Yeah, that's why I asked if you were still at the Congo, because most people they'll grind until like 85 to like 90 before they even go to Kaiji, just so that they have the better gear. the fights are very long on any of the saltwater fish. The swordfish and black marlin at the new map, Maldives, they take a very long time. Are you doing the Halloween events? I just finished them this morning. So I just finished Alkaiji's this morning, and then the Congos this morning, and the Amazon maze, and Amazonian maze. So, which events are you on? Are you on the one that's at the Congo? You should have all the bottom rods for it. Yeah, Sander Beggerstein. Um, that one's not too bad. You should have the float rods to be able to do it. But yes, it's very costly to do a lot of these missions, and that's a complaint that a lot of people are having. Um, yeah, the amount of bait coins it takes just to buy the bait needed to complete a lot of those missions is very outrageous. I think a lot of the baits are 3 bait for 13 bait coins, which is quite insane. Like that's very insane for a free game. And there's not many methods to actually get the coins needed to complete those. The one at the Congo, you have to use the poisonous maggots, which I think are 3 poisonous maggots per 13 bait coins as well. And my buddy had an issue because he went through almost 80 plus maggots. So he spent probably like 150 bait coins in just doing that mission alone. Plus adding in skipping days and time, traveling to every one of the maps, between like each one of the maps. So it's a very expensive event to do. Yeah, I think me personally, I probably spent 400 easily, 400 bait coins easily on just that event. So if not more, buying baits, buying the lures, and a few other things. A lot of them were extra lures. I didn't need to buy them, but I just wanted them, so I bought like the 99 coin pack. So, if you're newer or still on the grind, do the ones you can, but just wait until next year to complete them. Don't spend all your coins to complete them this year. Yeah, the boiled crawfish, you only need one, technically. You won't need many of the boiled crawfish. Um, the rotten kidney, I think, is the same. You only need one or two. So those are not bad, but I think I forget what the name is, but the mead. The mead, you're gonna need like 10 of them minimum. Yeah, the spins are very nice. I haven't done any spins on this account, and I don't plan on it. But on my main account, I have been going to every single one of the maps and spinning them. I've gotten a bone, a rusty chain, and another item. Yeah, the mead. Yeah, that's the ones that are going to cost a lot. If the bait's for the monster, it's not too bad because you only need the three of them. But if the item is for like the other fish, like you need 5 of this fish or 6 of this fish, then those get very costly because of all the other blockers or other fish that'll take them. Yeah, the multiple spins, the 2 of them. Uh, Maku Maku, um, Maroon River, Amazonian Maze. Uh, are those the only ones that do? No. Actually, I think those are the only ones that do. Don't quote me, but yeah, I think those are the only 3 that do. Rocky only has 1. Yeah, the what are they? Arcu, Arcu minnows, acro minnows. I spent probably 200 coins in just those alone because of the uh, piranhas. I kept getting piranhas with them. Yeah, the cursed minnows are really expensive, and that's what a lot of people are complaining about. It's because cursed minnows cost so much. What's the trick you figured out? Um, there is a way. If you have a buddy in the lobby, he can tell you what fish is biting. Or you cast out your float, and you just stand right above it on your boat, and you can see what fish is biting it. And then you can just scare them away. I was doing it solo, so a little bit more difficult for me. Yeah. Yeah, that one's a very good method to save your bait and make sure not everything's taking it. So keep that up, and you don't have to deal with as many piranhas as I did. I'm gonna move. You sure you weren't watching my stream? Because I wasted a ton of them too. Nah, it'll happen. It's one of those baits that you're gonna have to have quite a bit of them. I did. I know for a fact I wasted quite a bit of them, but I was willing to spend the bait coins, so that makes the difference. And I'm going to end up using them later on anyways, so not just for the Halloween event. And I did buy a lot of extra Halloween baits that I don't necessarily need. My big one, I think, what was it? The poisonous minnows were probably one of my most costly, and poisonous maggots and the cursed minnows were my two most costly out of everything I had to, like all the baits I had to get. Because with the poison maggots, there's no way to isolate the, what are they? The purple lebos? Yeah, the purple lebos. The candy? So, if you're fishing in a map with a bluegill that has bluegill on the map, you can catch a bluegill skeleton fish, but as well as it's for 2 challenges, you can do the challenge that's called Sweet Tooth, and if you catch, I think it's 450 fish with the candy, you can get a rod, which is the Hellraiser rod, and then the second challenge is called Weirdo, and it's catching, I think, around 250 or 300 fish on Halloween baits. So any of the baits will, like any of the Halloween event baits will work for that. It's just with the candy, you're able to do 2 at once. So that is why I did buy so many extra baits, was so that I can complete those 2 challenges as well. So if I complete the Sweet Tooth challenge, I'll get the Hellraiser rod, and then with the Weirdo challenge, you get a single spoon, a Halloween event single spoon. I wish they had the older fish in here, the special fish, like the gar, and there was a few other, like albino gar. Um, they're not in here this year, so I wish I could catch them with the baits I have, but I tried for like 2 hours and you can't get them. The only special fish that you can get with the baits are the bluegill skeleton, which is still interesting. Yeah, the old Halloween fish. I think it was 2022, 2022 is when they had those fish in, and they haven't added them back since. I find it interesting that they can still have the bluegill though. They added the bluegill back, but you can't catch any of the rest, which doesn't make sense to me. 16-pound trophy. But that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. You can catch a lot of them. You'll still catch normal bluegill, but with the skeleton bluegill, you can still catch a lot of them. I caught four bluegill skeletons in a row. I was at Mudwater. I was just fishing for tiny fish to try and complete the challenge, and I caught 4 of them in a row. So you should be able to just keep catching them. They're not big, and they don't give you money. So that is a factor. Because I think they were only giving me $1 for the skeletons. Literally $1. And XP, I think they were only giving me like 13 XP or 14 XP. This is, I think, a muskie. I don't think this is a pike. I think that's a muskie. Unless if it's like a 20-pound pike. And I'm going to be juggling. No, you don't need the bluegill to get the rod. So you just need to be using the candy bait. So you don't have to just catch the bluegill or skeleton bluegill. You can catch any tiny fish that you can think of. You just have to be using the candy bait. The fish doesn't make a difference. The golden shiners, any tiny fish. So what I'm doing is I'm using the candy, and I'm going to any of the maps that I need tiny fish for. So if there's a fish I haven't caught at that map, and it's tiny, I'm just using the candy for it. So the Amazonia maze, I didn't have like the spotted araku, the banded araku, the twin tail or red twin tail, a few of the very tiny fish. So I just fished with the candy for them, and I ended up getting all the uniques on them. Yeah, it's a 21-pound muskie. That's what I thought. It's one of the reasons I'm afraid of this spot's because of the muskie. Yeah, I also got the unique Oscar at the Amazonia maze with the candy. So you can catch any tiny fish and it will count. No, I'm just gonna put you away so I can walk. I was also trying the candy at Maroon River for the Oscar there as well. So, and it does catch them. Yeah, Maku Maku. Yeah, you probably could use that Maku Maku. I don't know if the Briken will take it though. I'm very curious about that because if I can catch the Briken on it, I'll be happy because I think that's one of the only uniques at Maku Maku I don't have. That's actually quite impressive. Congrats on that. For North America, I need one more fish, which is the American gizzard shad. So I was fishing with the candy for the American gizzard shad, which they were taking it. South America, I don't really go too often, so I haven't completed too many of them. I think each one I probably have like 6 or 7 fish I need left. I finished all the ocean maps. So like Maldives, Kaiji, a lot of those are completed. So I don't have to go back to those unless if I want money or XP. Yeah, I see the second one, but I kind of want to get this one in before I grab that. But congrats on finishing most of those. That's actually a big achievement if you can complete them. That takes a lot of time to get a lot of those fish. All 3 of my rods go off. Come on, come on. Thank you. Pick it up, pick it up. That is a complaint I have. I don't like the animations of swinging the rod around. So you need the Oscar at Maku Maku. Salmon balls, marshmallow, or yeah, or the candy. There's 2, I think 3 Halloween baits they'll actually take as well. So if you ever wanted to use those, you probably could for the Oscar. But salmon balls are what most people catch it on. But it is a hassle. Yeah, I don't know why that trophy is so difficult to catch. I've had an issue with it as well. I need, I think, 5 fish, and they're all tiny, like the unique, what is it? White? No, silver bream. The unique silver bream I need as well on Diablo. So, I've noticed it's not the big fish that are difficult, it's always the tiny little guys that you have to spend a lot of time to get. And especially at Diablo, you're gonna spend a lot of time on the little fish. Okay, are you like a 20-pounder? You're gonna make me miss my second rod. Come on. Yeah, an 18-pounder. That's why. And both my other rods are going off. I figured I would lose this one. I figured I was going to lose that one. Yeah, the yellow maggots. I've tried for a few hours. I just kind of hit a point where you just get tired of fishing for it. What is it? The weeping willows. I need, what is it? The unique golden tench. And yeah, it's unique golden tench is one of them that I'm having an issue with, which I shouldn't be, but I am. And then there's another one, but I'm not for sure which one it is. I don't think it's unique common bream, because I have a mixture for those. But yeah, the unique golden tench, I've caught in one location probably like 7 unique tench, but just not the golden. Yeah, yeah, 4 night crawlers. See, I don't want to go 4 I use 1 to 2 I normally use 2 for the tenches, and that's perfectly fine for the uniques. But yeah, I can catch the unique tench easily, but the unique golden tench, that's the one I'm having an issue with. And I've caught probably like 15, 20 plus trophies of the unique golden. It's just not the uni. I do have a mixture for it. I just haven't gone back for a little while. I've been doing other things. So I haven't been searching for all the species lately. I've been doing the competitions and this fresh account, so. Oh, you got the golden onyphora up? This seems a little large to me, but I'll try it eventually. I will try it. But yeah, with having this account now, I've been streaming and working on this one a little bit more often. Oh, the bream. But yeah, with the amount of time it takes to catch all the fish, I'll do each one periodically, but I haven't actually sat down to spend hours searching for like one fish anymore. I think the game gave you a freebie on that 4 and it just so happened to be a unique. I run into the issue with the whale's catfish. So I ended up catching, I think, like 3 unique whale's catfish while going for the golden tench. Yeah, I'll do longer than 30 minutes. I'll do like an hour, 2 hours per fish. So I don't mind spending the time. It just gets to me when I'm not having any luck with the unique. The American gizzard shad, I've probably spent like easily like 6+ hours searching for it, and I've just had no luck on it. I've gotten trophies that are only like a 0.1% off, and it's just irritating. So I've had trophies that were like 2.2, 2.3 pounds, and etc. But it's just small enough to be a trophy instead of a unique. I don't know how that one just timed out so quickly. My keep net's almost full. I only need one more fish. Now I can go on to the next day anyways. There's 3 locations, actually 4 locations I'm aware of for the unique American gizzard shad. So it's just very time based because it's not like you can catch it in the middle of the day. Normally it's morning or evening. So it's just having luck. The game, you might have the right bait and the right location, the right hooks and everything, but it's RNG if it's gonna give it to you or not. So I've learned that the hard way with a lot of the competitions. And I'm aware that a lot of the players say that the American Gizzard Shad was always the last one that they ended up finding. Yeah. Uh, One of the other streamers, basically, we were making jokes about it. This game comes down to 30% skill and knowledge, and then 70% of just luck, RNG or luck. So I could be sitting here with the right bait, the right floats, the right hook, and it just depends on if the game wants to give me a unique or not. In which this is actually a very good example. You'll catch less uniques on float rods or even bait than you will a lure. So, so if I had the golem lure or have a spinner or anything, I could be casting from the boats right now. I could farm the unique pike a lot easier. But only having float rods right now, mainly the only thing I'm searching for are trophies. Oh, I was for the American Gizzard Shad, I'm assuming. I was using blood for the bullhead catfish. I was catching gizzard shad on blood. I was catching them on the candy corners, candy pumpkins as well. Yeah, I found that very strange too, but yeah, I do know about the blood. I got a lot of trophies on the blood. The lists are not 100%. They give you good suggestions, but it doesn't mean that all of them are going to work, and it doesn't mean that all of them are going to give you a unique. So they're kind of guidelines. They're not really an actual list. Yeah, the centipede probably would work. This last fish, I'm going to the next day. What is it? The centipede is also used for, I think, catfish. The graffiti catfish in the Congo, and I don't even think it's on that list. Oh, do I want you? I really don't. You're gonna make me throw a fish back. If you're tiny, I'm just chucking you back. It's 10 pounds. Can I keep you? Is there anything smaller? What is that? Yeah, no, I'll have to throw an 11 pounder back just to be able to keep this guy, so you can just go back in the water. It's not worth it. Sometimes it's just RNG. That's the biggest thing. Use the weirdest baits and you just somehow end up with the fish that you were looking for. Oh, the flounder. Yeah, I had a little bit of issue with the flounder, but I ended up just using a buzz bait with a larva, and I ended up catching that fine. I stopped using the float method because the floats were not working for me. I was only getting a bunch of comments, so I ended up switching over to a buzz bait and casting for it. And I think within like 10 minutes of switching to the buzz bait, I ended up catching the unique. Yeah. The buzz bait works almost everywhere, which is hilarious. It's like a universal bait for every map. It's like buying shiners and buying small minnows and the large minnows. You can use all those at any map. But with the buzz bait, you can catch almost any fish on that buzz bait. Just change the soft plastic to what you need and you can catch any fish on it. Yeah, duck mussel meat for the flounders. Yeah, I've heard of that working as well. Which one? Everybody, why is it just eating? I just picked up the rod, it's just eating. A lot of people were doing flounder with the Gulf shrimp, I think it was. And with the Gulf shrimp, you end up catching drums, you end up catching everything. So, you won the flounder comp? That's sweet. What? Hey, the only flounder comp I can think of is at the canal. Are you referring to at the canal? Because I don't think there's a flounder comp at Blue Crab. You're talking about at the canal in EU, right? Yeah, the canal. My most recent, my only first place was the Nile Emperor. I won it in the Congo. But congrats, congrats. My first place is always a big deal. Why does it keep doing this? I just picked it up and it's done that to me like 3 times already. What is this, a Halloween curse? Baits get eaten faster now or something? But yeah, I won the Nile Emperor. I've only ever done, in total, around 70 comps. Placed in an over, like, 30 of them. So. The ghost fish? What do you mean by ghost fish? Oh, you're referring to the bites and I'm missing them. I don't think those are ghost fish. Because it's actually taking the float and running away, but I don't know why it's just eating it. Nah, it's just a free meal. If it's tiny fish, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm still catching trophies, so if it's a bunch of tiny fish, I'm not too concerned. I need to stop keeping any of the pike that are under 10 pounds. I am waiting to go to the Delta so I can start farming for sturgeon. It's just I wanted to get the money so I can buy new bottom rod setups for it. And the setups I want don't unlock until 43 anyways. So I'd rather just stay here, farm money, than go to the Delta and waste my time. You're gonna run. I think both you are decent. I think you're like an 8 or 9 pounder. And then I think you're probably close to like 16. No. Correction, you're not 16. Probably closer to 15 though. You might be a trophy, I don't know what you are though. Just hoping this third rod doesn't go off yet. Give me a second. I will read that. Let me juggle these two rods really quick. This one should be in. This one's in. Yeah, it's 10 pounder. Come on, let me pick it up. I've lost so many fish because the rod wants to spin the bait around before picking up the next rod. Yeah, 16 pounder. I was close on both those, 9 pounds and I estimated 15, so not bad. And actually I pulled 3 trophies. If you go off, I'll end up leaving. Well, congrats on getting into the semis. But yeah, it's 2 hours to do that one, so you have to be there on time. During the GAR competition, I did Florida. I had a decent run in Florida. At Neheran, about halfway through Neheran, I literally started to cook food. I stopped actually holding the controller at all, and I just started to cook food. So I gave up by that point. I'm fine with the San Joaquin, the Delta. I'm perfectly fine with it, but if I'm sturgeon farming for XP, I don't want to be there for anything else besides farming for XP. And you end up losing money for being there and farming for sturgeon. So that's why I'm not in a rush to get there. The sturgeon only give you like $500, $600 if that. So I'm in no rush to go there unless if I need XP. Yeah, the Gar comp was, I can't say fun. I cannot say fun. It was tedious. So me and about 4 other streamers that I know of, all about halfway through, just kind of gave up. When the peak completely died, we just gave up. Yeah, I think I got one unique Gar at the Everglades, and that was it for the tournament. I did get one, I think, but everything else were actually no, correction. I did not get a unique Gar, but I had 5 16-pound trophies in my bag. So I was the highest person with trophies only before it got into people that got a unique Gar. So I was very close. It just no unique. But I liked Florida better than Neherrin. They need to take Neherrin out of that tournament and switch it for Blue Crab. They should have Blue Crab instead of Neherrin. But Blue Crab map was introduced after that tournament was made, so that's why Neherrin is the second map there. Yeah, 19-pound trophy. Kinda on autopilot. I'm not really aware of fishing. Congrats on the third. I'm assuming you know Road Warrior. He had a bad run at Neherrin. He had a decent run at Everglades. Who was a bottom of the barrel FP. He had a decent run at Everglades and just left after an hour in at Neherrin. Benjamin BO3, he completed the 2 hours, but there was no unique for the entire 2 hours. So, yeah, a lot of us just halfway through realized how bad it was. Are you referring to Rhodes or who? D's Universe had quite, I don't want to say a horrible run, but he didn't have much luck, and it just did it again to me. Yeah, Rhodes. I do talk with Rhodes on occasion. I don't have him as friends on here. I play with the other guys more. But yeah, I talk with Rhodes in his stream once in a while. The other guys I actually play with though. D's Universe, Benjamin BO3, Bottom of the Barrel FP. There's 2 others that I do play with as well that stream. So, but Super Dave, I do play with him as well. I just don't play with Rhodes. You're gonna be a muskie, aren't you? Come on, come on. You're gonna let go if you don't get picked up. Yeah, Keith is very good. Keith is very good. That is a muskie. Seems like a trend over here. Please don't let go. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're very good. They're both very good. I actually really like Keith because he knows how to play very well. He places a lot. Well, just to qualify is a big deal. You just needed to qualify. You didn't need to place first or second or anything in that. You just needed to qualify, which you did. So that's all you needed. The Quanchkin Lake made a difference though. With Quanchkin Lake, a lot of people, or the ones that I was hoping would have made it, ended up having, uh, like, ended up struggling a lot more than what they should have. Yeah, for your own goal. Your self-achievement, yes. Your own achievement. Rodrigo, he ended up taking second at Neharan, but then when it came to Quanchkin Lake, which he had all the right points, all the right baits, everything like that. He caught a lot of the alligator gar, but he had only one trophy by the end of it, which was that's a struggle. So he was catching a bunch of alligator gar, but he only ended up getting lucky enough to get one trophy. So yeah, sometimes the game's just like that. I did hold on. I did one competition at um in Alaska, and I don't normally have issues with Alaska. I got the unique, but I could not catch a single small fish. So having a what was it, like a 68-pound unique, and then the difference was only like 10 pounds. So I ended up placing almost dead last because of that. So sometimes the game just really bad RNG. I think I wasted over like 20 minutes in that comp, and that comp's only 30 or 45 minutes long, just trying to go for a tiny fish. Well, that gets into like the floral, the mono leaders, and so on. A lot of fish will hit more if you're running a mono leader or a floral leader than if you have a titanium one on. So the leaders do make a difference. Um, I will say a minor difference, but yeah, the leaders do make a difference. Just be careful running certain leaders because any fish with teeth can bite you off. So, a lot of people say that it's like 3 times their body weight and they won't bite you off or something like that, but they can bite you off at any time they want. The, what was it? Trophy collector? A 21-pound trophy. That is literally 0.2 off of being a 0.2 pounds off of being a unique. I was fishing Congo, and I had one of my salt rod, and I threw my salt rod out. A rando leader. I threw my salt rod out, and a tigerfish, not even a Goliath tigerfish, an African tigerfish bit me off, and that was on 230-pound fluorocarbon leader, and that bit me off. So just be careful. I think that's like one of the only times I've ever been bitten off in this game too. I personally have only been in the comps for a total of 3 weeks now. So I've only been doing comps for 3 weeks. So yeah, the gars I'm never really worried about. The sharks, I don't know why, the sharks don't seem to bite through anything. I'll run a fluoro leader on a shark and not ever worry. But yeah, with the tigerfish is the only one that has ever bitten me off, so. But RNG again. It's a lot of RNG. Not exactly sure which rod I used. I was doing one challenge, and actually it's one of my other streams. It's my breaking the rod challenges, and I ran into an issue with the reels because it kept telling me fish were too strong or etc. So see how I just caught a 7-pound northern pike? I came here with a 7-pound rod. I mean a 7-pound reel, and it was telling me the pike were too strong for my setup. So I ran into issues with that. Yeah, I used to farm the Nile. That's why I was actually quite happy to start doing the competition for the Nile Emperor. Because I can catch I'll catch 3, 4 Nile, unique Niles in a night to a day. So I have no issue catching the Nile perch. Same with the tigerfish. The tigerfish are extremely easy to find. I do really like the Congo. The Congo is one of my #1 maps. Out of every one of these, the Congo is my #1 map. I probably spent most of my time on that map. Yeah, you waste them down to 0%. Same with reels. I have both challenges completed now. So the rod breaker and the reel breaker. So the rod one took 10 minutes to complete it. That was extremely easy. The reel breaker, it will reset if you reel the bait in. It will reset if the fish lets go. It will reset if, like, there's so many things that cause it to reset. So I ended up spending, what, I think I had to buy over 30 plus reels just to break them all. Because it just kept resetting on me. I may end up moving in a second because I think I pulled the trophies. So if the bait was bitten off or lost, it would reset on me too. Eventually I had to spend, was almost 12 grand per reel. And I actually came back here to St. Croix and just fished for the catfish. And I had to break, what was it, 9 reels in a row on catfish. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of resets. I eventually got it, but the rod breaker took 10 minutes, and then the reel breaker took over an hour and like 45 minutes. And I was trying between like 4 different maps and so on. So, a lot of the things I like doing is not looking up the tutorials immediately, unless if I'm really struggling. So, I'm gonna end up moving. I only need 2 fish. Eh, 1 or 2. Where you at? I go out there. 24. 72, I think it was. When I was first starting out though, I did look up a lot of tutorials. So on my main account, I looked up a lot of tutorials before I ever went to a map. Just so I was aware of like what baits, what rods, what reels, everything I'll need, like hooks and so on, lures. So I always look those up way like a long time before I ever go to a map. But now that I've completed majority of that, I don't really look up tutorials. So on this account, I'm just doing this by memory more than anything. If you do watch any of the newer players that stream, you'll probably find me in their uh, streams talking to them and giving them little tips to help them out. My cat wants to play fetch, so he's currently bringing me all his toys and setting them on me. No, I don't think I was going to be lucky on this one. That's okay, I got a whole nother hump. Let's go up to 48. We can try that, but very curious. Oh, it is a peak. Oh, I have 2 minutes until peak. Well, until peak is over. We'll try one more cast. Sorry, I only need one more fish, so I'm just kind of messing around. I got 10 pounds until my keep net is full, so I'm just kind of messing around for a second. Let's go up to 24 again. 22 is fine. I'd still like to catch the unique, actually, did I catch it last time? Unique walleye. Did I catch it last time? I think I only caught trophies last time. I don't have the proper setup for it right now, though. I have all float rods on me. I have 3 float rods, and that's all I have on me. Yeah, mine has a bunch of springs around the house. So he'll bring me all of his springs and set them on my lap. And then he'll sit there and stare at me until I finally throw one for him. Okay, let's get this one fish so I can change days. No, just one fish. Please don't be a blue catfish. Yeah, he headbutts you until you, yeah. I have 3 cats, and I have the one that likes to headbutt, so he'll crawl on top of you and he'll just start headbutting you. I have the other one that just likes to be pat, so she likes being rubbed and booty pats. So she'll come up and she'll rub on your legs until you finally do that. And then I have a third one that's kind of less of don't touch me, but I want to play with you. So he's the one bringing me all the toys, but he doesn't want me to pet him. Are you gonna be big enough? You're a tiger muskie too. Well, that's what I was looking for. It's an 11-pound tiger muskie. I'll keep you. And then I can go into the next day. I'd rather go here for the time being. Yeah. 2 males, and then I have 1 female. So, Two of my cats actually do not have tails either. So they're both rescues. And one of them has scar tissue over her eye. So the female. So she's not blind in it, but she has very bad vision in one eye. And then both my oldest male and her have chopped off tails because they were both in both had bad situations. So my youngest male, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He just kind of dumb. He's the one bringing me toys, so he's just kind of dumb. He's still a baby though. I don't even think he's a year old, so he's still learning. Two comtits, one black and one orange female. Yeah, the orange female must be fun. I have two tuxedos, and then I'm not sure what he is. What the baby is. Yeah, I know that is. That's what this baby is like right now. Doesn't want me to pet him, but he wants me to play with him. Why no bites? I've seen one and it let go. I know it's a early peak right now, but there should still be fish here. Yeah, the black ones. That's with the tuxedo cats, my two. One is a solid black with one little white patch. And he's a cuddle bug. He wants everybody to pet him, but both of them at the same exact time. He wants everybody to pet him and cuddle with him. And then my white and black one, my female, she doesn't want anybody, until she wants you to pet her, she doesn't want anybody to touch her. But both of them are very frightened of new people. But that's because of their previous situations too, though. She was found outside with massive infections, and then he was found inside of a car's engine. So, kind of understand their situation. I'm not going to catch all three of these. I say I need a fish, and then I got 3 fish. I'm not going to catch that third one. I'm just going to let it go. Unless if I get lucky and get this one in fast enough. Oh, never mind. Give me a minute and I'll read. I just want to catch at least 2 of these. I'm expecting that third one to just let go. And this one's just fighting me at 50 feet. This one has to be over 20. These are 19-pound setups, and that one's fighting me at that, so... Yeah, thank you. Oh, that one's at 80. Should have just reeled this one in. Thank you. That's 17. I figured it was close. Yeah, 17-pound trophy and then a 20-pound trophy. So, yeah, sorry, I wanted to at least catch them before I read that. I did just read your smaller message, so. Oh, you might have worms. It is a possibility. If they're outdoor cats, it's a big possibility. My three are not outdoor cats. They're all pretty and live inside. I do take them out. I have harnesses for them, so I'll put them in their harnesses and I'll take them out. The baby is still learning what the harness is, though. He'll scream at me if I take him outside. The cats are mine, but they're more of my woman's as well. So the cats are more of the woman's. I have lizards, so I recently, well, not recently, but she got a blue tongue skink, and then I have my lizard as well. We have turtle, we have a turtle, and then we have fish tanks as well. So I have more than just the cats, but the cats are the only ones that get to walk around freely. Yeah, it's nice to let them walk around on the harnesses. I'd be afraid to let my cats outside because I don't think they'll ever come back. They know where home is, but I don't think two of them would ever come back. And the baby's too scared to go outside, so I'm not worried about him. If this is another trophy, I'm going to end up moving. I could sit here and wait for a unique, but I'm gonna catch a lot of commons between that time. Unless this is my unique. I don't think it is. That's a 21-pound trophy again. 3 in a row. Yeah, 17, 20, 21. End up moving because that was 3 trophies. I'm just gonna pull out. I could get a chance of a unique, but I don't really want the unique. I'm gonna catch too many commons in between that time. Kinda trying to use all of my bait before I finally end up leaving. That's my big thing right now, is trying to use all of my shiners before I end up leaving this map. Uh, used to have a 33 pound or 33 or 32 pound Flemish giant rabbit, and I had a harness and leash for him, and everybody thought I was walking a dog until they realized that's a rabbit. Like, yeah, that's a rabbit. I thought it was a dog. No, that's a rabbit. He'll play with your dog, though. He tried to play with a German Shepherd before, and so on. But yeah, everybody thought he was a dog. No, it's a rabbit. Are all three of these gonna go off at once? I think two of them will. There's one. The green one's about to go off for the white over there. Yeah, he passed away though, so. But, yeah, I love taking him out on walks. He'd actually walk next to me and everything, so I had no issues. You're gonna come in fast enough so I don't. Yeah, you'll come in. Come on. Come on. There you go. Your trophy. Trophy 18. Spin the bait around before I finally pick up the second rod. Yeah, I could see that. Where I live, we have a lot of farmland around us. So everybody has farm cats. So there's 36. You're in the desert. There'll still be somewhere. No, you're probably fighting with snakes. Snakes probably eat all your rats and your mice. Yeah, the jackrabbits. Jackrabbits are really cool. I always like the jackrabbits. And I'm assuming you're out west of me. You're probably like Arizona, New Mexico, or you're Utah or something. I haven't been out there in a few years. But yeah, jackrabbits are really cool. Do you have any Gila monsters out by you? The black and orange lizards? No, I got you. The cats like to bring you presents. Yeah, they'll eat any small mammal. I've been trying to get a Gila monster, is why I was asking. Yeah, the birds. Mine, I don't really let outside unless they're on their harnesses. We have a cat patio for them though, so they can go outside and then come inside whenever they want. But they're stuck in the patio. They'll jump at the birds and everything because I have bird feeders by their patio so that they can watch them. But they can't get to them, so I'm not worried about them bringing me gifts. I guess it's just dead. I'm going to end up moving. I'm not gonna sit here and wait. What I could do, I could just go back to this one. I prefer to just walk around. But yes, I would love to get a Gila monster. I love the black and orange on them. And then they are technically venomous, so they have a slight toxin inside their saliva, so I would love to get one though. Turtles or tortoises? I don't know if they're poisonous. I think they're venomous. Poisonous is more like toxin on their skins and so on. I think venomous would be better because it's in their saliva. But I'm not sure on difference between venomous and poisonous. Not 100% sure. But yes, I would love to get a Gila monster. But regulations and licensing and everything else for them, so a little bit difficult. Um, do you watch any? I highly doubt you would, but you might know who I'm referring to. Chandler's Wildlife is one of the YouTubers I love watching. He's a reptile guy down in Florida. I watch him quite a bit, and I see rod number 1 that's going off. Come on, come on. 20 feet. I don't feel like max dragging you. Thank you. I can finally get the other one. The 17-pound trophy. Yeah, you've heard of him. If you've seen Zach Ketchum, then you probably have seen Chandler on his videos as well. But yeah, I watch a lot of Chandler's Wildlife. I would love to have Chandler's house, if you put it that way. Having the owl, the camels, all the alligators and crocodiles outside, and all the different lizards. I'm I'm personally not a huge fan of Zach Ketchum. He, I won't say he's It's just not content that I would like to watch. But good guy. I liked him better on Swamp. What is it? Swamp People. Good entertainer is the way that I'll put it. He he's an entertainer. But Chandler's Wildlife, he's a very smart, like he's extremely smart, and he's been around animals and reptiles for basically his whole life. Two and then white. Are they gonna go off at the same time? The white one's still gonna go off in a second. Yeah. Bitten or eaten. Or lost or eaten. Okay then. Are you referring to Zach Ketchum? He doesn't handle the fish properly? He had a... What is it? When I was first introduced into Zach Ketchum, I think he had a swimming pool full of fish. To each its own, though. There's a lot of other content creators to watch, so if I don't like somebody, I don't have to sit there and watch them. No, I get that. I get that. A lot of it's for his photos and videos, so he has to keep the fish out a little bit longer than they should. If if you could own any fish, what fish would you want to own though? I would like to have a giant rainbow snakehead, the one from Asia. It has the black and then the white iridescent body on it. I would absolutely love to have one of those. The last few years, I've been watching a lot more YouTube and a lot more. Um, when I was younger, I would actually go out fishing almost every day, and I did that for almost like 15 years. So, but getting a little bit older now, it's harder to go out, and I moved to a location that there's not much fishing for me besides like really small ponds, so I don't go out as much. If I want to go catch maybe a little pike or some crappie or some little bluegills, but there's nothing big around me anymore. I used to fish for like the sturgeons, the blue catfish, and I got holy float. Big channel catfish, and so on, and carp. But recently, I haven't been able to do any of that. I haven't pulled a trophy. I've only pulled one trophy out of here. Yeah, I've only pulled one trophy out of here. That's strange. I would love to go back out more. I stopped playing this game, and honestly, I would love to go back out more. My only issue is, like I said, location. I don't have good locations to actually go. Everything around me is bass. I'm going to say bass, bluegill, crappie, and pike are like the main fish that everybody goes for around me. So, and I'm not a fan of fishing for them. During my high school days, I would go spend nights, literally whole nights out. So any weekend, you'd find me on the side of a river sleeping and basically just fishing throughout the night. I had bite alarms, I had everything. So I would just go out and stay out during the entire night and camp and fish next to the rivers. But I can't do that anymore. Now if I want to go to like a good lake, I have to set up an entire camping situation. I have to take vacation, and yeah, it's a lot more of a hassle. That just swam off. That's why I ended up on Fishing Planet. I I don't have to do all the extra stuff. I can just jump on a virtual game and go fishing now. No, I really understand that one. The game does make me want to go back out, but I just, like I said, location, location, location. I have to drive like 2, 3 hours away just to actually go somewhere I want to fish. So I really do. I make a whole day to a whole weekend out of just going fishing if I do go out now. My old location, like the place I used to live, I could go right onto the Five Lakes. 10-minute drive, and I'm already at one of the five Great Lakes. So can't do that anymore. Yeah. Live in the city now, so I can't really do that anymore. But hopefully this is only temporary and I can eventually move back towards the water. Or to a body of water I would like to fish more. I'm actually having a very slow day right now. I'm only at 190 pounds out of 260. Normally I would be almost maxed out. I'm having a very slow day, I guess. Even on a partly sunny, this is kind of slow. No, I didn't pull trophies out of one of my locations either, so that's also why. Some of the pike and muskie spots, yeah. Yeah, Lake Michigan or, what is that, Lake St. Clair is actually the better location for them, but yeah. I had a buddy that was fishing on Lake St. Clair. Within like 30 minutes, he ended up pulling around like a 13-pound walleye and then like another 15-pound northern pike out. So those are very good locations for smallmouth bass as well. Lake Erie is a very good location too. Lake Erie is more of ice fishing now. Yeah, walleye. Walleye is very good. Walleye is very good. Brother used to go out to Lake Erie and fish for walleye on charter boats. So he'd bring like 50, 60 pounds worth of walleye meat back. And then we'd just eat that for a long time. Funny part, I think I actually have 2 slabs of walleye in my refrigerator right now. I haven't touched them. I'll probably end up cooking walleye tomorrow. I need, what is that, 50? Yeah, I love eating fish. I've had some bad experiences with fish too, though, but I love eating fish. Um, used to fish for carp. I never really thought about cooking them, and then I thought about it one day. I was like, okay, I'll finally take a carp home to try and eat. And I got it home, and within like 2 slabs, or cut out like filleting it, I found probably like 6 to 7 worms, and I was like, yeah, no. Like I just cut it up into ground bait or into a cut bait, and just used it as cut bait after that. It's like, yeah, I'm never eating. I'm never trying to eat carp again. I love catfish though. If I can catch fresh catfish, I'll eat catfish every day. I need to readjust both those two. Blackened catfish, fried catfish, deep fried catfish, breaded. I mean, I don't really care what it is. Give me some catfish and I'm happy. Yeah, all the bones. Uh, I don't know if it was just location or what. That carp was just rotten. Like it was infested with worms. That's all I can say. I would love to try carp. And I know carp shouldn't taste too bad. But yeah, all the Y bones, I know about all of them. It's just that carp in particular I was not going to touch. Recently saw a short on YouTube. You like to steam them? Um, Recently saw a short on YouTube. It was a woman that bought store-bought salmon, and it came with a bunch of worms. But she, the worms that she was pointing out are edible. You just have to cook them. But the worms I'm referring to were not edible worms. Like they looked like tapeworms. I was not touching that. Not trying to gross you out, so gonna change the subject there. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, muskie are really fun fight. Really fun fight if you have the right setup. Um, Sturgeon are very fun. The northern pike, you can actually find them probably close to your area. They're becoming a lot more common in the west because people are transporting them there. Um, I was fishing out in Colorado and I found out that pike were invasive to Colorado and people were like spreading them in the ponds. So you were supposed to catch the northern pike and not release them anymore. You're supposed to dispatch them. I had a very fun time out in Colorado fishing though. I was mainly fishing for carp out there and the trout. I ended up catching was it probably close to a 30-pound snapping turtle out there though. So that was fun. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. It's probably close to. I spent a lot of time in Denver and right outside of Denver, Colorado Springs. So I did a lot of fishing out there. I never got the fly fish while I was out there, but I did a lot of fishing. 17-pound trophy. Is that my third trophy out of here? I think it might be. Nope. That's a lot of comments. I went from having like a bunch of trophies to just a whole line of comments. Okay. It was right after I switched days, too. Pike are invasive to Colorado right now because they'll eat all the trout. So it's hard for them to have the fisheries and so on. Because the trout will eat all of the baby, pike will eat all the baby trout. So it's hurting their, species. And the common carp. Yeah, like 30 pounders. Yeah. I was only fishing little canals when I was young, and I would still catch 30-pound carp. Um, one night alone, I think I caught probably two or three 30-pound carp, and then my buddy joined me for like the last hour, and he pulled a 52 or a 54-pound carp out. I got mad. I got really mad because he caught the fish I was looking for. I think it was Kentucky. I didn't even plan on it. I ended up going to Kentucky for a little while. Um, Me and a female went to a dam, and we were just walking around, and I decided to pull out a fishing rod and go fishing for a second. And I ended up pulling like a 20 or 30-pound striper out. And the guys next to me were there for like, I guess all day and didn't catch anything, and I just caught that random fish. It's hilarious how life works. Did you ever watch Catfish and Carp or uh, other name as Outdoor Boys? I have massive stripers by me. Not recently, but when I was younger, I caught a lot of white bass, a lot of stripers. Never kept them, but I could catch them easily. It's 21 more pounds, so technically I could get a trophy and call it two rods at once. And I think this is a muskie. Okay, this one's big. Okay, well, this one's big. Let's see what this one is. It's a lot smaller. It's not a muskie. It's a pike. that 140? Whatever's on this line is big. Okay, let me catch this one first, and then I'll catch that one. See if I can get this one in fast enough. Yeah, it's a little 9-pound pike. Give me this. Give me this. Don't. Thank you. Oh, you're good. I appreciate you stopping in and having a conversation with me. Some nights I'm just talking to myself, so I really appreciate it. No, I don't think this is a uni. I think this is a muskie. The other two locations I've caught in unis from, but no, it's a 20-pound trophy. I've never caught in a uni pike from here. But I do appreciate you stopping in. I gotta switch nights anyway. I mean, switch days. I could just stay here for a second. That's fine. 21,000. Am I over $100,000 now? Yeah, I am. Finally. Okay. That means I can buy at least one setup. Still gonna stay here and fish. I finished my Halloween missions on my main account, so that's all I really get to do right now. Well, I'd appreciate that. I would. I'm trying to be live a little bit more frequently. It's just, for me, it's very late at night. So, UK, it's early morning. It's extremely late for my time zone. And I think it's probably closer to like, what, 4 a.m. for you? So, it's extremely late for you. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. That's what I figured, is somewhere around that time. It's 7 a.m. in the morning for me. That's why I said like it's extremely early for my time zone. And UK, I know it's gonna be what, probably closer to 1 p.m. for them. So yeah. Go to work, enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping in. So I get to go to sleep after all this. That's a decent one, but yeah, I've never caught in a uni over here. I've only caught a uni in the other two locations. I think you could catch a uni here, but I'm not 100%. I'll probably fill my cube net like 2, maybe 3 more times, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Oh, don't lose it. Thank you. Come on, come on. Thank you. 16-pound trophy into a 17-pound trophy. And I'm assuming this is like 8 pounds. Yeah, 8.8. So I've gotten 2 trophies out of here. I'll be right back. Let me grab a drink. Gonna fill the keep now one more time and then I'll probably get off for a little bit. I may fill it two times, but I think only one. If not, I'll take a very small break and then I'll come right back. So I think I have enough bait for 3 days. Which one is it going to be? It's the one I'm holding. I should be able to get this guy in if he doesn't sit here and fight. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Well, all 3 of them are going off. Well, 2 of them now. This one is just long gone. It's trying to break my line. I'll come back to you in a second. What are you? Do I have 2 trophies on? No, this one is not a trophy. This one might be. This one actually might be the uni. There's actually a chance that that's a uni or just a 20-pound trophy. This is a little guy. 7. 6.8. 6.8. 6.8. I was close on the 7. Yeah, this might be the uni. And a 20-pound trophy. It's hilarious. I sit here and I press the button against my leg so I don't have to hold it with 2 hands. You might be uni, but I still think you're a 20-pound trophy. Yeah, 19-pound trophy. Still got a while on the line, and I still have line, so I'm good. I need to do math after this so I can figure out how much I'm going to need for at least 2, possibly 3 setups for the Delta. That's 2 trophies out of here, so I should be able to get 1 more trophy minimum. Green's about to go off. That number 2. Come on. Don't think this is my trophy. Yeah, it's not my trophy. It's 10 pounder though, but it's not my trophy. No, I think this might be my trophy. Might. No, it's 10 pounder. Okay. I'm on the common streak again. I'll try it here. I've never had luck here. I've never even pulled out a trophy from here. I've only pulled small guys out of here. But I'll try it for a second. I need a little bit more weight, so it's okay. I don't think the peak is dying yet either, though. Wow, not even a nibble. Come on, just a nibble? There's my nibble. If it's something tiny, I'm moving. My dragonfly is getting ready to land on my rod. Yeah, 6.6. I don't think this spot's worth it. I really don't think this spot's worth it. I've only gotten tiny guys out of here. Sorry, I was doing something. I ended up walking away for a second again, though. Pike Conqueror 2. Whee! I don't want to buy nothing. This is a trophy? Come on, 20-pound trophy. Come on. Yeah, 18-pound trophy. I don't got no club mates. Oh, what a shame. Where are you at? You're over there in La La Land.
What did you do with the link? You just put it back?
Yes? I was not paying attention. I didn't realize I was at 245 pounds. I should have just waited. I finished out that keep net before skipping time, so I technically just wasted a coin. Lucky it's only one, but still. I'm gonna have to waste another one. I want to check how much money I'm at. 130,000 yet? I'm only level 36, so I still don't feel comfortable enough to go fight Sturgeon. Because I'm not going to be able to get a high enough rod to go fight the Sturgeon. A decent fight. Not them running away with it, like running away with everything. So it takes 10 minutes to catch one fish. Uni. There's my uni pike. 32 pounder too. Okay. At least I can keep this one this time. So that's a big deal. I'll mark it just for the fun of it. See what this one is. 34. That is my big one. I'll take the one more fish if it does take, and then I'm going to move. Or not. I guess there's still fish here. I think it's going to be another common. $157,000 cash right now. What is that? 1,292 fish in total caught. 994 common, 277 trophy, and I got 21 uniques. It's only 9 days played, so, and my biggest fish currently is still the unique northern pike at 34 pounds. So, I'm hoping one more day at St. Croix, and I should have enough to possibly go to the Delta. I will probably have to buy new rigs, new setups. So, if I don't go to the Delta, I will just simply buy more bait and come back and grind more. Because I think money right now is my biggest issue, but leveling as well. Because I do need to level. Because, like I said, the rods that I'm looking at, I would prefer to wait until 40, was it roughly 43? Level 43? So I can buy the rods that I would like. But, for right now, I'm just gonna call it. But $157,000 is not bad at all. I have to do the math on my second account so that I can figure out what I'm going to need for me traveling to the Delta to San Joaquin. So, Pike Master, Pike Cocker. So I need 474 more fish. Pike for the pink pike conqueror, which isn't bad. Trout master, I'm not going to do any of these right now. And devoted. Spend 10 days fishing. So, probably the next time I get on, I'll end up receiving this one. Longest cast, I'm not too worried about longest cast. I'll get that eventually anyways. But those are challenges. Eventually I will start working on the missions. I'm not going to do the Halloween event though. But I do have all of these exploration missions to complete if I would like. And then same with all the mastering missions. And then collection as well. Fish monsters. I may go back and do a few of these, but this is the main one I would like to do. Just because the lure. Just simply the lure. None of these really help me too much. The only one that is actually beneficial is the golem lure. So, and if you notice, I got 1 out of 3, so I'll collect the other 2 soon. Those are quite easy. So,